What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Super Bowl Sunday, man. It's right around the corner. Can you believe that?
It's here.
Oh, my God.
It's here.
What an incredible season, too.
Yeah.
And
A lot of parity.
It flew by, and there was like, I was telling the guys at work, I don't remember the last time I was this excited about
A Super
I
Bowl.
mean, last year, it was just like,
No.
I didn't even want to watch
Snooze
it,
fest.
you know? And I knew it. I knew I didn't want
Yeah.
to, so... definitely excited about this one. A lot to get into. We're going to be covering the weekly news, a lot of things that kind of popped up, some serious, unfortunately, some kind of funny. So we'll try to keep it kind of light. So we'll be touching on a little bit of everything. And, of course, ultimately, at the end, we'll be breaking down the Super Bowl. Super excited about that. And then at the end, which I haven't even told Tanner, I do want to do a giveaway for the Super Bowl. So he doesn't even know. I'm a little surprised because I probably just talked myself into it about 30 minutes ago. So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah.
Going to be a little bit of a contest.
Okay.
A little bit of a contest. So, man, we'll just start off with that.
Yeah.
Let's get it going. What's going on, guys? My name is Lawrence, a.k.a. Law. Thank you guys again for coming back to another video. I got my brother Tanner here, and we're ready to dive into another video, podcast, vodcast, vidcast, whatever you want to call it, whatever you kids are calling it nowadays. We're ready to do it.
The show. That's
The
what
show.
it-
The show. The one and only show.
The one and only.
I mean, who doesn't watch the show? If you don't watch the show, you're probably going to hell. No?
Not probably.
Too far?
It's guaranteed.
Guaranteed? Oh, okay. Okay.
Guaranteed.
I thought maybe a little too far, but
No.
no?
No.
I have every right. Right?
Right. Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
America.
Perfect. All right, man. But again, guys, thank y'all so much for coming back to another video. Going to be doing the Super Bowl breakdown, getting into the news. Some very, very sad news came across our phone. What day was it, brother?
Afternoon.
Sunday afternoon. I would say one of my heroes, a guy that I idolized a lot growing up. Kobe Bryant passed away, of course. As many of you guys know, it's been all over social media. If you don't know, you're probably not on the internet very much or just don't care in general. But super sad, man. How did you feel that day? I'm curious because I was a wreck.
Oh, it was surreal. I was like, felt like somebody in my own family had died, and it's a guy
Right.
I would never would have met.
Right.
But man, I'm still in shock.
Yeah.
You know, it's still watching the videos all over the internet still makes me tear up. So yeah. I mean, and I was never a huge Kobe fan, but man,
Yeah.
it just
You can respect everything that he did.
My goodness, yeah. Especially now looking back,
Yeah.
you have to.
Right.
I mean,
man, I'm glad that you brought that up. Looking back, I mean, I definitely took everything kind of for granted. You know, I watched him play. Like I said, I was never a big Lakers fan. I was always a big Kobe guy, just because of his work ethic and some of the things that he had to overcome and things like that. And but I feel like I took it all for granted. Like I would watch. You know, now that I think about it, I can't tell you how many games I was watched the first quarter, and was just kind of like, flip the channel.
Kobe's doing his thing.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
blowing him out. Yeah,
exactly. So,
yeah.
but man, just super sad. All day Sunday, I was a wreck. I'm not even gonna lie. Even into Monday, I still really couldn't wrap my mind around it.
Yeah.
It seemed very, like you said, surreal. I mean,
Like, it was. I just kept waiting for him to come up as fake.
right.
You
right.
know, like
Fake
the alert to
news.
come out not true.
Right. No, I totally agree. But man, I was a wreck, and you know, I'm looking through my phone and I'm looking at all the different posts, and like you said, waiting for the fake news to kind of come about. But I saw it, and you know, with Kobe Bryant, it's just a situation where I felt like if a guy like that isn't untouchable, and can't, like, something like that couldn't happen to somebody like him. You know, it could definitely happen to us.
He was one of those guys you look at as he's immortal.
Oh,
you know,
yeah,
he's gonna live
almost,
forever.
right?
All those legends just live forever.
Exactly.
And yeah,
Man, I was definitely a wreck. But just to kind of wrap it up before I get all in my
I'm
feelings
telling
again.
you, man.
R.I.P. to Kobe. Rest in peace, brother.
Respect, man.
Thank you for everything.
Yeah,
Man,
I mean,
all the great memories.
really a seamless transition from the Jordan era to
Right.
what is now the LeBron era.
And I was really looking forward to the things he was going to do after retiring. You
for
know?
women's basketball.
Yeah.
I think he was going to get them.
Yeah, and then
big
especially, of course, you know, Gianna. that was supposed to be kind of his
That was him.
his upbringing. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
so, just crazy overall situation. Still cannot wrap my mind around it. We're going on almost a week now. Still very emotional about it. Can't believe it. But I mean, I want to get me a Kobe. Not that I've always wanted to get me a Kobe Bryant jersey, but want to even more now.
Right.
And not even to wear it. I'm a big fan of the sweater with the jersey. I think that looks pretty sweet. But just to put it up on a
Yeah.
in a
kidding,
case
man.
somewhere and just kind of put it up on the wall. But great memories. Still can't believe it, man.
Not
Still
great
can't believe it.
memories as
Yeah.
a Spurs guy.
Yeah, as a
not
Spurs-
great
I hear
memories,
you.
but
I hear you.
yeah.
No, man. But moving on, guys. Moving on. We're going to get into some NFL news right now. Myles Garrett is supposed to meet with Roger Goodell within the next couple months, talking about the reinstatement. So they initially, if you guys don't remember, Thursday Night Football, I think maybe we were talking that
We
day.
were all day.
On the phone, right? We were
Like,
just
we've
kind of
been
texting.
texting all week about.
Right.
We were actually pumped for a Browns Steelers
for the game, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so if you guys don't remember, Mason Rudolph was hit on the top of the head with a helmet by Myles Garrett, and which is crazy to me. I still two things I can't get my mind around. A, the Kobe Bryant thing. Two, Myles Garrett still full on. Because you always see a bunch of guys do it, like like
they'll
the guy
stop.
with the chair,
Yeah.
the guy with the chair in the Kansas.
They
They
stop.
can't. Yeah,
And,
you're like, wait, I can't do this.
He didn't stop.
No, he full on did it.
Wanted to bash his head.
Oh
in,
yeah.
so-
Oh yeah. No, absolutely. So, Roger Goodell came out and said Myles Garrett was going to be suspended indefinitely. But now they're supposed to be meeting in the next couple of months. It said 60 days. That's kind of a long
I
time.
know
That-
initially, as we talked about it, I was
Right.
all for him being suspended.
Oh, yeah.
Indefinitely.
Yeah.
That's changed for me.
No.
I think sit him out 10 games.
Sure.
He made a mistake, but he didn't kill somebody.
Right.
Let the kid play.
Right. And especially with the later on that week, the more videos of Mason Rudolph kind of looking like
Yeah.
he's John too, and like, yeah, maybe it could go both ways, and then ultimately it being a situation where Myles Garrett was the one that reacted, and
Yeah.
Mason
Oh, it's
Rudolph
all,
just
that's who
played the
gets
victim
caught
Yeah,
every time.
Right.
It's the guy that reacts
Right.
gets caught every
Right.
time.
So, but it's crazy to see. So ultimately, what do you think? You think 10 games?
I think 8 to 10 games,
Yeah.
half a season to 10 games. I
Right.
think would be enough.
Sure.
I think he's learned his lesson.
Oh no,
I
absolutely.
don't think he never really did anything like that in college.
Right.
Never had an incident like that in the pros. So I think 10 games max.
Yeah, and all these soft ass people. As soon as that happened, the whole that's assault and call the cops and shit like
then
that. I mean,
every hockey brawl,
right. Every hit by a pitch,
baseball.
intentional hit by a pitch. Not
I mean,
a,
they
not,
brawl all the
right.
time. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
sports. You don't bring the law
yeah
into
right.
field.
There's a line right here,
Yeah.
exactly. So the people that were even ultimately, I mean, don't get me wrong, you do that in the bar,
That happens
your
at
ass
the
is
bar.
going to jail.
Yeah, that's assault at the bar.
Right.
That's not assault on a playing field.
Right.
So-
No, exactly. So I'm interested to see. I'm thinking a full season. So he sat out for how much longer was that? That was at the midway point, something along those lines.
I think they had six games left. Maybe
Yeah,
5
something
games
like
left.
that. A few games, a handful of games. But I'm thinking probably a full season and then come back for the 2022 season, which at that point his rookie contract is probably up. I don't know if they still got to pay the guy or anything like that. But I don't know all the ins and outs to that. But that'll be kind of interesting to see.
I would
you
not
know-
be surprised if it was a full year.
Oh yeah, no,
I mean,
absolutely.
it wouldn't upset me either.
Yeah, and
but-
then at the point where they almost have to make a statement too, the
yeah,
NFL. I mean,
you got to make an example.
you
got
gotta prove your point.
or that's gonna happen again.
Oh yeah,
you
no,
know?
absolutely. So we'll keep it rolling here. According to the Chicago Bears, Mitch Trubisky is having surgery on a torn labrum on his non-throwing arm. Here's my take on this. I think that they should rest him about 3 or 4 years just to make sure he's going to be all
I
right.
think they might as well just let him have surgery on his throwing shoulder. And maybe that will help.
Yeah.
MVP Mitch is gone.
Oh my goodness, man!
So-
What happened to that guy? It just seemed like it all was coming together, and it fell a whole lot. It fell apart a whole lot faster than it was all
what a
coming
mess.
together.
What a mess.
A wreck, man.
A missed field goal, a double doink
Yep.
to this.
Yep. I can't believe it, man.
Yeah, that
And I was extremely high on him coming into 2020. He's just got like that athleticity that you kind of need at the quarterback position now. He showed to kind of have a decent arm. Some people were saying Matt Nagy, just his play calling and things like that.
Get him out.
You think so too?
Man, it's time for Nagy.
Really?
Gone. Get him out.
Him too. Man, I'm interested because I mean, just the whole draft process. Now they did really good on the defensive side of the ball with their draft picks, bringing in Khalil Mack. I feel bad for Khalil Mack because he's looking at the Raiders kind of like, hey, you guys are kind of putting a team together over there. Can your boy come back?
Well, they still got Derek Carr.
They do.
And
they do.
I mean, he may be below Mitch. So
yeah.
Their secondary on Chicago is very good.
Oh yeah.
Very athletic.
Right.
The defense is solid. They needed Trubisky to show up like he did.
I'm telling you.
Last year.
Right.
This year.
And then, moving in, this is probably kind of getting off topic just a little bit, but David Montgomery was a guy that I thought was going to come in and be a pretty good stud running back. And
thought he'd be the feature back there for him with Jordan Howard gone.
Right.
Right. But it seemed like Cohen was more of the feature back, and that Darren Sproles was never the feature back. You know, that type of guy isn't your main guy.
Yeah, that's your third down back. You're passing down back. You better respect the pass type of thing, type situation. I feel bad for Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
He's had, Jacksonville Jaguars.
I almost wore that jersey too.
Yeah. Did you really? Blake Bortles. Golly, almost forgot the guy's name.
Double B, Blake Bortles.
Blake Bortles. So he had Blake Bortles and Mitch Trubisky.
Shout out Blake. I know you watch.
Come on now.
Oh, yeah.
He's at home chilling with the baby mama right now.
Yeah.
But, bro, I feel bad for Allen Robinson. That's tough because he's great. He's a great receiver.
Yeah.
And here's the thing is he's in his prime. He ain't getting any younger.
No.
And so
Mitch Trubisky's not getting any better.
No, man. We'll keep it rolling here. Drew Brees, some reports coming out that he's strongly considering retirement here. How do you think? I mean, obviously, we're just wrapping up the season. It's not even over yet. The Super Bowl's kind of upon us here. So he's got a lot of time to think about it. But man, it would be hard to see him leave.
He's had a legendary career by all means. But it seems like the last 3 years the deck is stacked against him.
Right.
And them. I think if you wanted to bring him back, maybe one more go around, but he's 41.
Yeah.
If they didn't win it the last 3 years, I don't think they're winning one with him. And
right.
It really comes down to, do you want to pay 41-year-old Drew Brees or do you want to pay Teddy Bridgewater? Because they're going to have to pay one of them.
Right. And actually, reports came back saying today that Teddy Bridgewater is probably not going to be sticking around
I
either.
did hear that they are fully set on my guy Taysom Hill taking the reins.
Yeah, and why not?
Cheap.
Yeah.
Go get sure up some spots.
Sure.
Which they don't have many holes, but sure it up.
Right.
You don't got to pay Taysom yet.
Right.
I don't know if you pay a 41-year-old Drew Brees. I mean.
Yeah. Even if it's, because he's, early 40s. I mean, how much time does he really have left? I mean, just go enjoy it, man. You've got nothing else to prove. We all know you're a great quarterback.
Yeah.
There's guys, big football heads out there that agree you're a great quarterback.
Yeah.
There's mothers out there that love you a whole bunch. Just go out there and, hang it up, man. It's all good. It's all good. But we'll keep an ear.
What else does he have to prove?
Yeah, exactly. And we'll keep an ear on this story as we kind of, move forward with everything. But it's, really early. This was just kind of the first type of whispers that we're hearing about it. Obviously, we knew it's getting closer.
Yeah.
But like I said, first real whispers that we're hearing about him strongly considering it.
Yeah, and I don't blame him.
No.
I feel like he probably feels the same way.
Right.
If he didn't get it done the last 3 years,
right,
probably not getting it done.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely.
What about came out today?
Okay.
Greg Olsen and the Panthers mutually deciding to part ways.
That was a tough one too. That's a tough one to see. Greg Olsen's been
he's an all-time great.
Oh no, absolutely, sure. Absolutely, and he's been one of my favorite players in the league just in general. The guy holds himself very well, so tough to see that. But I can understand it, man. Yeah. Those big body guys, they take they're in the dirty, they're in the nitty gritty of it all. I'm sure he's taken several big hits. As many highlights as he's had, there's been several lows with all the injuries and things like that. So I can see that too. But
they're going to throw the ball a lot, and I don't think, he's not old, but do you want to sign up to get hit more?
Exactly.
Because Joe Brady's going to throw the ball.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to sling the rock.
Yeah.
And I just don't think.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. After what else does he have to prove?
Oh no,
you
absolutely.
know what I mean? So
Yeah. Yep.
go somewhere where you're not going to get hit as much, but you're still going to get the ball.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Oh,
Somebody's gonna.
Bill Belichick's licking his lips
Oh,
right now.
man,
That's like his guy. That's like his type of guy
Oh, yeah.
right there.
White.
That's what I was going with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wasn't gonna just flat out say
Yeah.
it like
Yeah.
that.
He likes white guys.
I gotta keep it good, man. We got a good audience and stuff.
yeah,
I gotta.
He
But the white people.
He ran all the non-whites out of there. So
No.
Brandon
for sure.
Cooks
Right.
gone.
Gone after a Super Bowl appearance
Aaron
and a great
Hernandez kind
season.
of ran himself out of
Yeah.
there, but
Yep.
who
No, for
knows?
sure.
Probably would have ran him out.
Yeah.
Non-white.
Yep.
Likes white guys.
But man, it's gonna be tough to see. But it's interesting. Like I said early on, but supposedly he still wants to play. So
no doubt.
we're
I
gonna
think
have
he
to.
can. He was damn good this year.
Yeah,
So
no, for sure. We're gonna have to keep an eye out on that one. So both Drew Brees and Greg Olsen have
Yes.
to keep an eye out on those stories. A couple of days ago, Jets informed everybody that they're actually open to talks with Jamal Adams in free agency. Dallas Cowboys,
the Jets
please,
don't know how to win, man.
please
They
go
just
get him.
can't win.
Right.
He's the centerpiece of not only the defense, that whole team.
Yeah, and the tone setter. I mean,
you get rid of him, that defense is. They weren't good, and they're gonna fall off.
right. And
They're
there's
gonna
talking about trading Le'Veon Bell too.
Which is-
I mean,
It's stupid.
so
Yeah,
I don't understand. I don't understand how you go out and you want every year, man, let's go into the draft, let's draft well. Then you draft well, they play well,
And
and you're ready to trade them off. What's going on?
probably gonna be easily 25 teams. I
Yeah.
imagine calling about
Right.
Jamal
Top
Adams.
top three teams. You think?
Top 3. I imagine Dallas will stick their nose
God,
in
I
there
hope
because
so.
he made it known he wants to come home.
Right.
Trying to think who else he needs us. I'm sure Houston.
Yeah,
Houston. Yeah.
for sure.
Jacksonville maybe the Rams.
And the safety position is really just kind of a.
You got to be a
yeah.
hybrid nowadays.
Yeah.
It's not the old school.
And he's definitely that plug and play. Hell, you can bring him down into the linebacker spot
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah.
But he's super athletic. I mean, that's going to be an interesting story that to develop
Do
right
not
there.
think he'll be a Jet next
Yeah,
year.
yeah, for sure.
so-
So your favorite player, Antonio Brown. I remember you were telling me you love the guy.
Oh yeah.
So
Got a
everybody,
Pittsburgh jersey.
yeah, there you go.
Oakland.
Yeah, okay.
And
the
New
Patriot,
England.
all in the same one. All in the same
Also
one, the one that-
Central Michigan.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So.
Yeah. So there was several
what a
people.
buffoon.
Right. So there was several people out there screaming free AB, and they definitely freed AB. First statements out of his mouth is, "I want to come back and play for
course.
the NFL."
Of course.
You know, chances of him coming back at all.
Well, I would have said slim to none until I heard Roger Goodell say he wants to get him help so he
Yeah.
gets mentally right.
Right.
So I think if he was to get even semi okay up here, I think
Right.
Roger Goodell would make it happen.
You think so?
I think he'd get him on a team pretty quick.
Yeah.
Um,
Man, it's going to be interesting. I don't think anybody's going to want him. I mean, how do you bring that type of drama to your team, especially a team that's going to be competitive? Like,
Yeah.
I was super shocked when the Patriots went out and got him, just because
I was
they're like
worried.
the no bullshit type.
I was
of,
worried.
Right.
So just what he needs, a all-time great receiver.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But that's definitely going to be something we're going to have to keep an eye on too. But I don't think. I mean,
maybe the Dolphins.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. Just the slums, just the scum of the
Dolphins,
bottom of the.
Jaguars.
Yeah. You know, I say the Dolphins are bottom of the barrel, but
Buccaneers. Maybe just the state of Florida.
Just
One
the
of
state
them will
of Florida.
pick him up.
Fair
so
enough. Fair enough. But isn't that where he's from?
I think so.
Something like that. I don't know. Who knows? So moving on to this weekend, the NFL honors are coming up. Super excited about that. If you don't know what the NFL honors is, it's the ceremony that they hold every year, day before the Super Bowl, where they give out your MVP, your Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, etc., Coach of the Year, all that good stuff. We'll kick it off with what do I got here first? Let me check it out. I've got Defensive Rookie of the Year. Who are you thinking?
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah?
That's Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa? Yeah.
It's not even. I don't even think we need to talk about
Right.
it. That's it.
Right. I totally agree.
Nick Bosa.
Yeah, I totally agree. Nick Bosa's had a phenomenal season. 47 tackles, 9 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 interception, 22 hits on the quarterback, and 17 tackles for loss. Yeah, I'm seeing that too. I think we're all right. Yeah. But Nick Bosa's definitely having and has had a great season. I'm looking forward to him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I mean, guy's an absolute monster. I knew he was going to be great. You know, you're a big Ohio State fan,
Yeah.
so we saw kind of early on that Nick Bosa was going to be a problem.
X factor.
He sat out his senior season, or
Yeah.
a lot of it.
Most of it.
Right.
Yeah. He got hurt.
Right.
I think he had a muscle.
Yeah.
Tore one of his muscles down here. Didn't want to chance it because he knew
Right.
it's gonna be a freak.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was mutual. I think he still reps Ohio State.
Well, he
so.
definitely got himself right.
Yeah,
He got
did.
himself right. He's had a great season. Guy just has a great motor. I mean, he's everything you want in somebody that's going to be rushing the quarterback. But I mean, I just don't know what else you can ask for.
Nothing really.
Yeah, you really can't. And you were telling me the other day that Joey Bosa was actually talking about when his contract is up in for the Chargers, that he would be willing to move to the Bay and suit up with baby brother.
Yes, sir.
That would be wild.
Yeah. My God.
You know, I don't know if talk about cheat codes
That's
like Grand
it.
Theft Auto
That's
type
You
stuff.
can't block both sides.
No,
You know?
no. And their defense already with DeForest Buckner and all those guys. I mean, they're
First
already
rounders on the bench.
Yeah.
On that D line, like.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy, and I'm looking forward to seeing these guys go to work
Yeah.
in
no
the
kidding.
Super Bowl too.
Yeah, because Kansas City's O line, I think they got a good chance of holding up.
Right, right. So we both agreed Nick Bosa,
Yeah.
easy
Yeah.
defensive rookie of the year. What about offensive rookie of the year? I think we might be.
I think we differ
Sp-
here.
yeah.
I had brought it down to three. I narrowed it down to three people.
Did you?
It was AJ Brown,
Okay.
DK Metcalf,
Okay.
and Josh Jacobs.
Okay.
Ultimately went with AJ Brown. Just like we were talked about in the past, I think these awards you got to have success
Right.
to win
Right.
these. And Josh Jacobs, I think if they could have won 9 or 10 games, he would definitely be the
Sure.
rookie of the year. But I think their lack of success is going
Mm-hmm.
to hurt him. And AJ Brown, I mean, I don't think Titans' offense would have been.
Yeah, near as dynamic
No.
as yeah.
Yeah,
he was
I think
he was
could
a
have really
weapon.
focused down on Derrick Henry.
Right.
And I
Right.
But
Yeah, and Ryan Tannehill, that as soon as he kind of came up on the scene, Derrick Henry, it seemed like started running the ball
Just
a whole lot more effectively, and it just
lifted 'em
boosted
up.
everything. Yeah, and I mean AJ Brown, for being as big of a guy as he is, he runs decent routes. He can catch balls, 50-50 balls,
Yeah.
and then he can outrun you if
Yeah.
he catches a slant and you're playing man to man. That's a crib shot.
yeah,
That's a crib shot, and we saw it multiple times this season.
Yeah.
So I'm actually Josh Jacobs on this. I was extremely high on Josh Jacobs coming into the NFL, and just seeing the type of performance that he was able to, took real advantage of the opportunity to be a starting running back, and just kind of rolled with the punches in a way. You know, he did have a little bit of an injury there, but you could also see when the injury happened, the Raiders' production as far as running the ball really started tanking too. So in a way, he was one of the keys for the offense. And I mean, he led all rookies in rushing yards, touchdowns, first downs, yards after contact, 88.5 yards per game, which was third in the entire NFL. So they got themselves a real solid running back. Now I'm kind of. My opinion on running backs is a little bit different. Especially with the Ezekiel Elliott thing and the contract that they signed. In my opinion, I just don't think that. I mean, you can find running backs. They're kind of you can pull them out of a bag almost.
No.
What do you think? No,
No.
You got to have a good running back,
yeah,
and you pay for one.
yeah, I would.
You pay for
I
one.
think if
Okay.
you have one like Ezekiel Elliott, like Saquon,
Right.
that type of guy,
Right.
break them off.
Okay.
Because you saw it, Dallas.
Right.
How good were we when Zeke was suspended?
Right.
How good was Dak when
Yeah.
Zeke was suspended?
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
I was perfectly fine with them paying him all that money
I hear you.
because he doesn't negative yards
Mhm.
doesn't happen with Zeke.
I got
He
you.
gets hit at the line, it's 2-3 yards,
Yeah.
and that's why he got his money. I like it,
Yeah.
and he's an Ohio State guy.
Yeah. No, I hear you. All right, let's keep it moving. Comeback player of the year. Several people kind of came to mind whenever I thought about this, but what do you think? I'll let you kick it off. Go for it.
One came to mind.
Okay.
Ryan Tannehill. That's it.
I'm right there with you.
They
I'm
were
right there.
in the dirt.
Yes.
and he turned them around.
No, for
one
sure.
game of the Super
Mr.
Bowl.
Big Spring, Texas.
That's right.
Oh, and I rooted for him big time. I rooted for him while he was at Miami.
Yeah.
His back was kind of up against the wall from the get go there. So it was awesome to see him come in and just do what he did. Man, he was the top quarterback in the league from the time that he took over. I mean, phenomenal.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Some of his numbers, he was 7-3 as a starter, 2,598 yards. So this is just his stats for the season, and I'm going to give you the full season. So 2,598 yards, 22 touchdowns. That's in 10 weeks. If he was to have started from the very beginning, 4,156, which is sixth in the NFL.
Yeah.
35 touchdown passes, which is first in the NFL.
And they probably win 13 games.
Oh, I mean, right?
like-
Especially with Derrick Henry, the
Yeah.
way he was running the ball. I mean, and the way their defense was playing.
Yeah.
Man, tough.
Yeah.
Tough. I was rooting for them big time in the playoffs, you know. Didn't think that they were going to travel to New England and do what they did.
No
Granted, he
chance.
didn't have to throw the ball much, but, you know, just the way that this team was playing, it seems like the attitude was a whole lot different.
They weren't scared of
Right.
New England at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. And it opened up everything. It gave them a real threat as far as passing the ball. And I mean, Derrick Henry was able to find the lanes. And I mean, ultimately it all boils down to the performance of Derrick Henry. But Ryan Tannehill was a serious weapon whenever he was. And who knew he had a deep ball like that?
Yeah. I mean, played high school. I mean, he played receiver.
Right.
And he
Right.
can throw bombs.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly. So didn't really see that coming. I didn't really see him coming in and taking his team to almost to the Super Bowl. But in my opinion, great comeback. Now I'm not talking about a comeback, not like he came off an injury or anything like that. But he brought his way out of the gutter
Yeah.
again.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So much respect to
gonna get
Ryan
paid.
Tannehill. Oh no, absolutely. They're going to be he's going to be sticking around for sure.
Yeah.
On the defensive side of the ball, my player of the year, defensive player of the year, got to be TJ Watt. 14 and a half sacks, tied for fourth. 23 tackles for loss. I mean, the numbers go on, but in my opinion, a defensive player of the year has got to be a guy that's going to be a difference maker, and TJ Watt was exceeded that this year. What do you think?
You know, I want to say Nick Bosa, but I don't want to use him twice.
Right.
So I'll go Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think we haven't seen that impact from a DB in a long time.
Yeah, and I mean it's like he clamped everybody. up.
Everybody.
Everybody.
It doesn't matter who you
Yeah.
put him on, they're not catching
Right.
the ball.
John Brown, I think, was the only one that slipped away from him on a big touchdown that I saw. I might be wrong on that, but John Brown, not a bad receiver, veteran, fast guy. And Stephon Gilmore's not that fast. He just like has that technique
Yeah.
that he's gonna stick with anybody and everybody. Big, fast.
The swagger.
Right.
As a DB, you have to have it.
No.
And he's got it.
For sure.
I'll go Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Just for the sake
And I mean, either way, I mean, a couple of the guys that were kind of on my list, Cam Jordan was a guy that kind of stood out to
Yeah.
me. Chandler Jones,
Chandler
Aaron
Jones.
Donald, so just some of the guys that I could think of just roughly. But I think ultimately I narrowed it down to TJ Watt just because I do feel like he was that difference maker, and that defense was a whole lot better than it probably should have been. But and they almost made the
defense was
playoff.
good, but Dupree and yeah,
TJ Watt, and then they got Minka Fitzpatrick in the
Minka,
set.
that-
That was a huge trade.
Minka could damn well win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
So,
No, absolutely. Especially
So-
for that second half of the season that he had. No, I'm right there with you. So let's go on to Offensive Player of the Year. I'll let you kick this one off.
oh man, I think it's got to be C-Mac, Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
I
can
think
see that.
Michael Thomas was a close second,
Yeah.
but I just think McCaffrey, my goodness,
Yeah.
and they weren't good
Yeah.
like that. I think they won 6 games,
Yeah.
7
Something
games,
like that.
and he was
Yeah. And with Kyle
phenomenal, and they
Allen
were not good.
Right. And he came in and was a guy that was successful, like I said, even with Kyle Allen at quarterback, so that it's not like they had a real passing
No.
threat, anybody that they had to worry about. He was the guy that they had to
Yeah,
worry
yeah.
about, and he was still able to do the things that he was able to do. I mean, he was second in receptions this
Yeah,
season,
as a-
and that's wild. Very effective. Man, he's high on my list. I don't know if you play a lot of fantasy football, but he's definitely up there for me.
Yeah.
He's definitely up there.
And I think what we talked about earlier, their lack of success is probably gonna hurt him.
Right.
But if it was me giving the award out, it's C-Mac for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, no, and he was a monster, man. He was a monster. I'm going to kind of go against the grain on you, but probably this guy's probably going to get a lot of votes. Michael Thomas, incredible season, broke Marvin Harrison's record for receptions, and he came out of the gates on fire, and he kept the same type of pace the entire season. I mean, he just had a phenomenal season. You just couldn't stop him. And my biggest thing with the whole Michael Thomas having a big year is you never. I don't want to say never, but you very rarely see a guy that signs a big deal and then is very successful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You don't see that. Des Bryant, a guy that I love and respect a lot,
They
was
broke
one
him
of them
off
guys.
in his production.
Yeah, exactly.
I heard today actually that when Michael Thomas was in college, he would go to the Woody Hayes Center at Ohio State on Saturday nights at like 9:00.
Really?
And just jug machine, just catch balls, run routes, use the jug machine, catch balls.
Really?
And college students don't do that.
No.
Saturday night, 9:00, you're getting ready to party.
Yeah, you got to be a different monster, especially if you're going to be successful like that in the NFL.
Yeah, they said he just lived in the Woody Hayes Center.
Really?
In college. Yeah, they said he was very devoted to his craft.
I did not know that.
Yeah, heard it on the Zach Smith podcast today.
Okay.
Former Ohio State coach.
Right.
Yeah, so
Wow.
he's real close with Michael Thomas. He was a receiver coach, and he said Saturday nights you'd see him in there midnight catching balls.
Right.
So,
And we brought up the Drew Brees retirement earlier, and I started to think, I wonder if his production goes down if Drew Brees leaves the building. But we saw Drew Brees go down, and Teddy Bridgewater came in and was still able to find him.
Yeah,
Taysom Hill, when he comes in at quarterback, is still able to find him.
I think you're still whoever the quarterback there is. The game plan is we're going to throw Michael Thomas the
Right.
ball
Sure.
10 to 12 times.
Yeah, and then you still
have
got Alvin
to-
Kamara.
Yeah,
you
which
know?
he didn't have a
Yeah.
great year, and it was disappointing.
Yeah, that was weird. If we see another year like that, I'm really going to start putting up my question marks. I'm not too
Because Alvin Kamara, him and Christian McCaffrey are two in the same.
Right.
To me. Like
right.
they can both get up in there and run,
Yes.
get dirty, but they're also just nasty catching the ball.
Right.
So I look for him to have way better
bounce
year
back
next
type
year.
of season.
Yeah.
Maybe we're talking about him in comeback player of the year
Yes.
next year
Oh,
because
yeah.
that would be a huge bounce back. I was pretty disappointed to see that. I like Alvin Kamara. I've got nothing against him. Guy
Yeah.
works hard.
I've loved him since the day he flipped off the Alabama crowd.
Fair
So,
enough. Fair
yeah,
enough.
That's been my guy.
Yeah.
Comeback player of the year next year is gonna be Odell Beckham.
Oh,
So
come on.
I'm gonna let you know that right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll hold you to that.
Yeah.
Everybody, all the thousands of people watching
Clip
this
it.
out there.
Clip it.
Thousands of people watching this. Remember that.
It's OBJ.
I totally disagree. Like totally disagree.
Yeah.
Totally disagree.
He's still top 3. So
Oh, okay. Okay. So we'll keep it moving to a guy that's actually very good at football. MVP
That's
of
low
the
blow.
season. Do you see where I
it's a
went there?
low blow.
Yeah,
buddy.
okay. Okay. I just wanted to just throw that out there a little bit. MVP of the season this year, Lamar Jackson, in my opinion.
Wouldn't
Hands
have-
down.
Yeah.
Hands down.
No
Who was
competition.
second for you think?
Second for me, probably Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. That's a good choice. He was my second pretty much all season long, but Lamar Jackson just seemed like he pulled away
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah.
Crazy plays, running and throwing the football.
Yeah,
They only lost 2 or 3 games this season.
Yeah.
You really can't you can't go against that, man. You can't go against that. And if you talk about taking him away from the team, if you're talking about most valuable players, if like that guy's not on the team, how good is the team?
Yeah.
Well, not very
they're
good.
terrible.
No.
RG3, I love him to
Yeah.
death, but
Yeah. Who do you want to catch the ball? Willie Snead?
yeah,
You know?
So
No.
yeah, I think it'll be
Yeah,
unanimous.
unanimous. No,
probably.
no,
So,
absolutely. I think what he should do is as soon as they're getting ready to call MVP the award, he should
Stand
just
up,
stand up and just
yeah.
start walking up there. I'd be all right with that.
No, I'm
with
fine
the
with it.
Oakleys on.
big trust.
Oh,
They're already talking about. They're not talking about like next year's games. They're
Right.
talking about Tampa Bay next year, which is where the Super Bowl is.
oh yeah.
Yeah, Mark
Damn.
Ingram. I've heard all week down at the Super Bowl talking about they're
Ready to rock?
focused, ready to rock on Tampa Bay.
I can
next
see
year.
that. I can
So,
see that. But it's gonna be interesting, man. You gotta show up. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
That's my only thing. That's
And
like the
he's
thing.
yet to do
and
it in
we'll
the
get we'll
playoffs.
get to that here in just a second. But I was going to say about Jimmy Garoppolo catching a lot of heat for, not being a good quarterback. And, we'll touch on that here in just a second. But we're going to go ahead and jump into the Super Bowl breakdown. Super, super excited.
Missed Coach of the Year, buddy.
Missed Coach of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who you got?
We'll back it up a little
Freddie
bit.
Kitchens, but
Oh, yeah, me too. So we can move on now?
yeah.
No. Coach
Shout
of
out
the Year.
Kyle Shanahan, Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. Easy. Yeah, I'm right there with you on that. Kyle Shanahan for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. So that's a good little segue into the Super Bowl breakdown here.
Mm-hmm.
Super excited about this game, man.
Man, yeah.
I know I said earlier, haven't been this excited for a Super Bowl in a few years. Definitely feel like, honestly and truly, this is the two best teams. We're talking about an elite offense against an elite defense. And I mean, both, when you're talking about the opposite sides of that, the Chiefs defense isn't bad and the 49ers offense isn't bad.
Oh,
so
they're good.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
Got a couple things for you.
Okay, go for it.
Just want to see what you think. I think the matchup of the day is going to be George Kittle and Tyrann Mathieu.
Okay.
I think that is going to ultimately decide who wins it. I think.
Yeah. Well, that's a big thing. I like Tyrann Mathieu.
Yeah.
The Honey Badger is he'll lock up
best
with
safety in the game.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. And he's a smaller guy, but
You
definitely
don't play like
no,
that, you know what I mean?
No,
So,
not at all. Not at all.
It's best offense versus best defense,
Right.
Which you touched on. Is this the best tight end matchup in Super Bowl history?
Super Bowl history.
I think it is.
I don't know if I could answer. I'm just trying to think back.
Of recent.
Right.
There
Oh
hasn't
no,
been.
absolutely. And this style of tight end.
Just two swaggy white dudes.
No, who would you rather have?
Who would I rather have?
Right.
Oh, Travis Kelce.
Travis Kelce.
Yeah.
Really?
And that's nothing against Kittle. I like him.
Sure.
I like his energy, but Kelsey's got that moxie, the swagger. I like to throw the ball.
Yeah.
I'm a quarterback. I like to throw the ball.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd rather have Kelsey.
Really?
And I'm a Gronk guy. Gronk was my guy.
Yeah. So I wouldn't say total opposite because they're still elite. You're talking about 1A and 1B. I don't care who you put first.
Yeah.
But I think I got to go George Kittle. You talk about a guy that's going to get in the nitty-gritty of everything, going to get dirty, loves the contact,
Yes.
loves the physical
Yes, he does.
aspect of the game,
Yes, he does.
and doesn't mind, very selfless, doesn't really care if he sees 12 targets or 2 targets.
He's blocking the whole game.
He
You know what I
loves
mean?
it. Yeah, he loves it. As long as the team's winning,
Yeah.
and he's got a great attitude. He comes from a football background. I got to go with George Kittle. I mean, all day long.
So does Mahomes with the win?
Okay.
Does he take his seat atop the throne?
Of the quarterbacks in the
His
NFL?
rightful seat atop the throne.
Here we go. Yeah, I think so. And here's my thing is I still see Patrick Mahomes. We're in Texas, so we watch pretty much all the Texas game. Texas, UT,
So
Texas
same as
Tech. So I still see him like at Tech, and the guy was good at Tech. Don't get me
They
wrong.
played absolutely no defense.
Right, but it's like I see him now, and it's like, holy shit, man!
It's not
This
even the
guy's
same
good.
guy. You know what
This
I mean?
guy's
Like
good.
he was good in college, but
Right.
this dude's like, we're talking about probably going to win 3 to 4 MVPs.
Right.
I imagine 4 to 5 Super Bowls if I was guessing.
Right.
Who's barring an injury? I think he'll probably play in 4 Super Bowls in the next 10
You
years.
think so? That's what they said about Dan Marino.
Yeah. Well.
And you saw what Dan Marino said to him? Take advantage of your opportunity. And the little caption underneath the picture said, because you never know
Shouldn't
when.
have played in Miami.
Fair enough.
So
Fair enough. But, man, he's great. He's great. I'm rooting for him. It's going to be a great game, man. He's going up against a tough defense, though. So he better bring it. He better bring it.
where is Shady McCoy?
Right?
I haven't even heard his name.
No.
It's 3 days from the Super Bowl, and I haven't heard his name.
Right. No, I totally agree. I have no idea.
Is he even there?
The last I heard was the healthy scratches saving him for the playoffs, and then it was like, well, playoffs are here, and he's nowhere to be seen. But Damian Williams is playing just fine.
You gotta. I mean, it's gotta make you think that even if he's there, he's not gonna be
Right.
a big role.
No,
you
no,
know? Like,
there's no way. There's no way.
he's not gonna carry the ball 12 times.
Right.
You know. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
no,
strange.
I'm curious to see what's going to be happening too. I mean, it's
They rode him all year.
I
Like
mean,
he
right?
was the feature guy when
Right.
he wasn't a healthy scratch. And
Exactly.
then for him to I don't even think they showed him on TV
Right.
in the playoff game.
Yeah. No, that's a great question. I really don't know.
And
but,
I looked and looked, and I couldn't find anything on it.
Yeah, I saw a picture today that says he does want to play next year, so I don't know what that means. I don't know if he's not, I have no idea.
Frank Gore 2.0.
Yeah, no, exactly. He's just going to kind of stick around. I kind of want to touch on a few things on the offensive side of the ball. I want to start off with the 49ers. This run offense is incredible. Kyle Shanahan does a really good job at scheming in the runs, passing when they need to. But even when the run is seemingly not going anywhere, it's like that's what we're going to do. We're going to run the ball.
I mean, you run it enough, you're going to break the wall
No,
down.
no,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean? So,
absolutely.
I think they have to get Jimmy G going early.
Yeah.
I think let him throw some outs and some slants.
Sure.
Settle him in early, because I think if you don't get him settled in early, come the third quarter, you're going to have that shot play where you play action, dude, Kittle's running down the seam, and he's going to miss the throw.
I hear you.
I think they got to get him in, settle him in, build his confidence, but they do have to establish the run first and foremost.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I don't think that there's any doubt about it. I mean, in the last, just since the playoffs started, they've got, let me see here, 89 rushing attempts. This is in 2 games, by the way. 89 rushing attempts, 471 yards, averaging 5.3 a carry, 6 touchdowns. I mean, 230 yards a game. I mean, you can't, in a game like this, you just can't get away from your identity. And we saw it with the Tennessee Titans was a perfect example against the Chiefs. Just got away from there in the second half, got away from what got them there. And that's the type of stuff that'll come back and get you for sure.
I got a couple things. I think Kittle's going to be the difference maker.
Okay.
I think if he can win his matchup with the Honey Badger, they're going to be successful. If he can't, I think they're going to have trouble, because
Sure.
I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball like they have been able to.
Yeah.
And I think they got to get Deebo Samuel in motion.
I hear you.
The way KC treats Tyreek Hill, I think they got to take a page out of their playbook and get Deebo Samuel in that jet sweep and all that. Get him the ball, because he's more of a running back than he is a receiver.
Right.
So that's kind of my keys for him, and just keep Jimmy Garoppolo comfortable.
Yeah.
Because I think if you keep him comfortable, he's got the swag, know, and he can make the
And he's got the confidence. I mean, definitely. And I'm right there with you as far as my keys to this one is be ready to pass the ball.
Yeah.
So, the Chiefs are going to be schemed enough to be ready for the run, and you got to be ready to step up to the plate when it's your turn to be able to make a play. You got to be able to make that play. Let's transition to the defensive side of the football. Still sticking with the 49ers. They've been great in the last 2 weeks. 9 sacks, 14 tackles for a loss, 3 interceptions, only allowing 15 points per game. I mean, they ate up the NFC. Absolutely ate them up. And here's my thing: is the team that seemed to give them the most trouble was the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, all year.
All season.
I went and looked back at who they lost to, and it was Seattle.
Right.
Baltimore, who's, nobody's like them.
Right.
But Seattle has given them trouble, which, Russell Wilson with he had really no talent around him.
Right.
Other than maybe DK.
Right.
Tyler Lockett, but horrible tight ends, which Kansas City has a phenomenal tight end.
Right.
I think defensively they're going to have to get pressure on Mahomes all night.
Yeah.
I think they're going to – this is what I would do. I would double Kelsey, and then I would run a zone wherever Tyreek Hill is.
Okay.
And I would have one over him and one under him and just yo-yo it.
Yeah.
Like we used to in practice
Sure.
in high school. I think you have to just yo-yo coverage him, because he's going to beat all of them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
They'll find a way to get them,
but
them in the ball game.
I would double Travis Kelsey probably all night.
Right.
Because they're gonna and San Francisco runs a lot of cover 3, and Andy Reid loves 4 verticals.
Right.
They're gonna eat the seams up if they run cover 3.
Right.
And so that's what I think.
Yeah. No. I'm right there with you. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball for me is slow down the off-script plays. They're going to come, Patrick Mahomes, there's nobody better in the NFL right now playing off-script. You got to prevent the big plays, because that's where he's going to be looking for the big plays.
Yeah.
Is going to be, especially when they send pressure. Patrick Mahomes is smart enough to be able to adjust He's able to slide the line and do whatever, and then scramble out of the pocket. And then Mecole Hardman, Tyreek Hill, all those guys, Sammy Watkins, all very athletic, very fast. They can get behind you, no problem.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Richard Sherman, but he better be on his toes because these boys can fly.
I think they're gonna have trouble.
Sure,
buddy.
no, but and that's my thing. As long as they can slow down those off-scripted plays, But Patrick Mahomes can play from the pocket too, so it's like one of those pick your poison. Real deal, man, real deal. That's gonna be interesting to see. Moving over to the Chiefs side of the ball, we're talking about the offense here. My keys to this is just play your game. Play your game. Just kind of do what got you here. They're very balanced to me. They don't really establish the run, but they run the ball just effectively enough to,
open up the pass.
Oh yeah,
for them.
yeah.
I think they have to start fast. I know I said this last video and they didn't, but I think they will.
Right.
I think they have to start fast. No bonehead mistakes because it will lose the game for them this week. I think they got to move Tyreek Hill around. Don't leave him in the slot here all game. You got to move him around. Put him outside. Switch him to the other side. Put him and Kelsey on the same side. You got to move him around. And the receivers have to find the holes in the zone and sit in them. Right. Don't keep running your route. Cut it off. Sit down.
Right.
Because it's going to be open.
Oh, yeah.
Travis Kelsey is going to eat them up, I think. But I don't even think it'll be Tyreek Hill. I think Travis Kelsey is just going to eat them up.
Right. And I'm glad you brought that up because I totally agree with finding the empty space that the pass rush from the 49ers, even with just the 3 and 4 people that they send, they're still among the fastest as far as getting pressure to Patrick Mahomes. So as long as the wide receivers are smart enough to kind of stay on their toes, find the open spot, and make it easy. Let's just drive the ball up the field type of thing. No, I got you. Go ahead.
Patty's got a patty. You know what I mean? He's just be yourself.
Yep.
And I think
and he's been phenomenal for the last. I mean, again, talking about just the last couple of weeks, 46 completions.
I don't think he's ever lost the game as a starter by more than 7
right.
points.
Yeah, 360 yards per game, 8 touchdowns, only been sacked 2 times, and he's been able to run the ball extremely effectively too. One for a seriously pretty impressive touchdown.
I just thought he was going to get out.
Yeah,
just get out.
And he just kind of gave that little. That was nasty. That was nasty.
Something we didn't see from him. At
little
Tech
goofy
at all.
looking.
You know what I mean?
Am I tripping to say that? A little goofy looking.
You seen his brother?
No. Are you bringing up brothers?
His brother, buddy.
Damn.
His brother on TikTok. Look him up.
Oh my God!
It's awful.
Quit playing. All right, so just quick recap of the offensive side of the ball. Patrick Mahomes has got to be successful. No bonehead mistakes, like you said. No crazy turnovers. Wide receivers got to be able to find the zones. They're going to be there. Patrick Mahomes is going to have to probably get the ball out early.
Yeah.
Like I said, the pressure from that defense is unreal. But
yeah,
we'll keep it rolling. Moving over to the defensive side of the ball for the Kansas City Chiefs. I wrote down here just bottle up the run. They showed that they were able to do that against the Tennessee Titans. Why the script would change for this game?
It's not going to.
Right. Chris Jones, and you brought it up a couple of weeks ago, is a huge difference maker.
Yeah.
I mean,
when
I heard his name a lot during the season, but boy.
They get gashed. If he's not there, that they get gashed in the run. Yeah. So what I had was, contain the run. They're not going to stop it.
I got you.
That's a three-headed monster. They're not going to stop the run, but contain it. You want to make the Niners get in a shootout with you.
Right.
Because they're not going to be. It's not Jimmy G. If it comes out of Jimmy G versus Patrick Mahomes, they lose 10 out of 10 times.
Yep.
Big key. Know where George Kittle is at all times. That's who they need to worry about. And I think Tyrann Mathieu's probably going to travel with him. Mm-hmm. I imagine most of the game. And that's another note I had. The Honey Badger has to be everywhere.
Right.
Like he has been. You know, he's got to be down on the line. He's going to be back at the safety. He's going to be in the slot. He's got to play everywhere. He's a hybrid.
I hear you.
Just plug the holes up front and make Jimmy G beat you with his arm.
I totally agree.
Because as good as he is, and he's good. I've liked him since he was in New England. He's not going to He's not going to win a Super Bowl with his arm.
Yeah.
Not against Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So that's my keys defensively for the Chiefs.
And I couldn't agree more with you. I mean, I think we're pretty much hand in hand with that. I just think it boils down to make Jimmy G beat you.
Yeah.
Make them prove his point. Make him prove his point that he's here for a reason. He is a great quarterback. Yeah. He's worth the money. He's worth that starting role, etc. Answer all the questions, silence all the doubters, because I think that's the only way they can.
Until he wins a big time game like this, it'll always be, we'll make Jimmy G beat you.
Yeah. Right.
But not, and that's not a knock on him. It's just he hadn't really proven that he can go win a big game.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, you want to get into the predictions?
Yeah, let's go for it. What do you got?
Let me see. I'll give you a first quarter score prediction for the Chiefs.
Oh, okay.
They're putting 17 up in the first quarter.
First quarter.
Mark my words.
Okay.
They will have 17.
The Chiefs are going to have 17.
Yes, they're going to start red hot.
That doesn't mean the 49ers will have 0.
No. I'm not saying they'll have 0, but I'm saying the Chiefs will have 17.
Okay.
And my final score is going to be Kansas City 37, San Francisco 33.
Oof. Close one.
Close one.
And I'm right there with you.
I think Mahomes is too much.
Yep.
I think it is his throne. I don't, even with Lamar winning MVP, it's not his throne.
Right.
I think it's his throne, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy he's going to be the transition from Tom Brady. I'm happy it's him. I think he's too much. I think their offense is historic. Too many weapons. Too much firepower. I just don't see them stopping them. That's why I have them scoring almost 40.
Almost 40.
I could very easily see it being about 37 to about 20.
Okay.
If Jimmy G doesn't show up, I think they probably win by 17 to 20.
Right. So you can see it being a blowout.
I can see it being a blowout. I don't think it will, but I could very easily see it being 37 to 20, 45 to 20. I think they win.
Right.
I think even if it's close, I think it won't look close.
Sure.
So
sure. No, I'm right there with you. I've got the Chiefs winning 33 to 27.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you. I think that Patrick Mahomes he finds his rhythm. Yeah. I think they're able to be successful on both sides of the ball. Andy Reid, I think, is destined for another one. It seems like
he's got to get one.
Right. Right. Kyle Shanahan is young enough. And now, not to bring up old stuff, but Kyle Shanahan did choke away that Atlanta Falcons lead against the New England Patriots a few years back.
You kick a field goal there, it's over. They're Super Bowl champs.
Right. So it's just
to get cute.
Right. So it's just a situation where, like I said, I think Patrick Mahomes just gets the better of them. I think the preparation on the Chiefs side of the ball is a whole lot better. I totally agree with you that I can definitely see it being a blowout either way. Of course, if they're able to stop the run, Jimmy G doesn't show up and he can't, pass the ball effectively. And then, of course, it ultimately boils down to how's the secondary going to go up against these freaking track stars that the Chiefs have.
Seeing running the zone is going to be a problem, but running man would be a problem. I'm not sure how you beat them when they're as hot as they are. How do you beat them? Because this really should be Super Bowl number 2.
Right.
They should have been there last year, and they would have beat the brakes off LA, in my opinion. But I think they get to probably 4 or 5 in the next decade.
Yeah.
I just think they're that team.
You think they're that dynasty that's going to come around and kind of run the show a little bit?
Keep enough, and you don't have to have a great defense because Pat Mahomes will score 30.
I agree.
I mean, I think they're the next. I don't know if I want to say dynasty yet, but I think they could easily turn into it. Yeah.
Sure. So, again, guys, we're both siding with the Kansas City Chiefs. I'd like to know who you guys are rooting for, and I'll be bringing that up here in just a second. But let's move on to some bets from this weekend.
Here we go.
Now, betting is illegal in Texas.
Correct, yeah.
So we're not doing any betting, maybe. But I'd love to be able to. So here we go. Over-under is 54.5. Over or under?
I think over. I would bet the over.
Bet the over.
And that's just the Chiefs.
Okay.
So.
Well, we're just going to go rapid fire here. Here's some of the prop bets, okay? Yeah. Super Bowl MVP.
Patrick
Mahomes. Okay.
Either way.
Mahomes, over or under 304 yards?
Over.
Over or under 3 touchdowns?
Over.
Ooh, Raheem Mostert, over 81, over or under 81.5 yards?
Under.
Okay. Tevin Coleman's not playing?
Yes.
You're still going under.
They're going to have
to bottle him up like that?
They have to throw the ball.
Okay. Okay. You ready for a little change of pace here?
Yes.
So I'm going to word this as best as I possibly can because it is a little bit confusing.
I'm ready.
Which will be higher, Jimmy G's completions or Zion Williamson's points and rebounds they play at 2:00 Super Bowl Sunday. So Zion's both combined points and rebounds. So that's a double. That's 20.
Okay, so
right?
20 minimum. Gotcha.
Correct. You see what I'm saying? Does Jimmy G have more completions than
Absolutely not.
No?
No.
Way under.
Zion, way under. Yeah.
But we're saying if they stop the run, they're going to have to pass the ball a lot.
And it's not happening.
Okay. All right. I like it. Okay.
Zion will probably combine for 60.
I hear you. So here's another one, just kind of a little bit change of pace here. James Harden total points for the game or the first half total points of the Super Bowl? Which is more? So James Harden total points for the entire game, so that's 30 points, or the first half total, which you're saying they're going to put up 17 in the first half.
Oh, it's going to be 24-21 at halftime.
Okay.
Kansas City. So that's what, 45?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go James Harden.
James Harden is gonna have more than 45 points in the game, and they also play. They play the Pelicans. So James Harden play the Pelicans.
Yeah. Mark it down.
James Harden.
Oh
betting on James Harden.
Yeah.
Okay, I like it. Okay, so here we go. Last few. National anthem over or under 2 minutes.
God, over.
Over
I hope
2 minutes.
It is.
Isn't it Demi Lovato?
Yes.
Getting the Super Bowl off on a high note, I see.
10 minutes of it.
Starting the Super Bowl off on a high note?
Oh, yeah.
No, too soon. Sorry about that. Okay. Which team scores first?
High note, I get it. Are you serious?
You get it now?
Kansas City, bro.
Kansas City scores now. Okay.
14-0.
How many times will my girlfriend, Jennifer Lopez, change during the halftime show? How many wardrobe changes?
4.
4 of them?
4.
Jesus.
4.
I think 2 tops.
No. Because it's
More.
her and Shakira. It'll be 4.
Ah, I got you.
Yeah.
Who sings the first song out of them 2?
Are you sure? J-Lo.
J-Lo gets the first song. Really?
Yes.
Ooh.
I think it's almost like Shakira's not there.
Yeah. Oh.
I think it's gonna be like she'll be like the side.
I almost think it's like Shakira's not there.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mark it down. Put that in the bot. Yeah. No, I don't think it's like almost like she's not there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Her hips are gonna lie this week.
Oh,
so.
they're fucking freaking liars.
J-Lo's hips aren't gonna lie.
I hear you.
So
I hear you. But man, great video.
Yeah.
So here's what I want to top it off with. We're approaching the hour mark, so we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I want to talk about this giveaway that we're going to be doing for the Super Bowl out of my pocket. This is how serious I am.
And I don't know about
to start this channel and get this podcast going, get my subscriptions up, get my followers up. I want to do a bit of a contest for anybody that is willing to. There's a couple little guidelines that you got to abide by. You got to subscribe to my channel on YouTube. You got to take a screenshot or something and message me on Facebook or Instagram with a picture that you have subscribed.
Me on Twitter.
Or on Twitter, whichever is easier. So you got to subscribe to the channel, take a screenshot, inbox me the photo, and then you got to go into the comments and give me the exact score and the winner of the game. Whoever gets the exact score and the winner of the game, I'm going to be giving away $100. And all you got to do is subscribe to the channel. $100. A little bit better than Chili's, huh?
It's a lot better than Chili's.
A little bit better than Chili's. Yeah. I could do PayPal. I can do Venmo. I can not going to send you a check because we are in 2020. So get PayPal or Venmo. Don't be a fool.
A buffoon.
If you bank at my bank, I'll talk to my banker. I got to move some of my big money around. I don't know. Yeah, the way it's set up is
checkings and savings.
Yeah. So again, guys, quick recap. The contest will consist of you've got to predict the exact score of the game. I'm not giving you no window, no field goal, no half a point, no 0.2 points. I want the exact score and the exact winner. So if you get the exact score, but you pick the 49ers and the Chiefs win, you lose.
Loser.
And if nobody gets it, everybody who applied and got into the contest has to give me $100.
Well, I was going to join, but not now.
Oh, okay. No, you don't have to do all that. But if, again, perfect prediction, perfect winner, you get a chance to win $100.
If nobody gets it correct,
okay,
everybody that entered has to give the show a shout out on social media.
Oh, I agree.
Whether it be Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, any of it.
And you're more than welcome to share. They don't have to be my friend. I don't have to know you personally. As long as you got a Venmo or some way I can get you the money, I will get it to you no later than the end of the day on Monday, because I got to work the following day. I'll probably catch a buzz Super Bowl Sunday. So don't expect any immediate transactions from me, but no later than Monday by 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Monday, you will have it in your account. And it's actually going to be, especially if you make me PayPal you, it's actually going to cost me $105 because PayPal likes to stick it up in you for using their services.
Yeah, they do.
Anyways, guys, thank y'all so much, especially if you lasted this long. I hope you enjoy the content. Tell everybody, guys, like I said, with this contest that I've got going, you're more than welcome to share it. More than welcome to tell your friends about it. Only one entry, please. Don't try to fool me. You can, if you've got a significant other who you want to hop up on their account and comment on my thing, that's fine. That's fine. It's just going to be one winner. And then if there's multiple of you that choose the same winner, I'm sorry, but I got to go with the first one that I see. No hard feelings. I'm not splitting the pot. $100 is $100. But guys, thank y'all so much, especially if you made it this far. I hope you enjoy the content. Subscribe to the channel. Put a like on the video. Give me a comment down below. You guys take it easy. Peace.